Just do it!
Okay, they should be recording now. Welcome to the wild world of Instagram, where cats are king and memes are the currency of the land. My name is Alan. No, wait, that's not it. Are you ready to take your Instagram game to the next level? Look no further, because you have stumbled upon the ultimate guide to being a social media manager. My name is Alan, and I'm here to guide you through the wild world of Instagram.
That was terrible, dude. You're losing your touch.
Oh, shut it.
Shut up!
¿A quién estás diciendo shut up tú? ¿A mí me estás diciendo shut up?
Whether you're managing a page for a business, a personal brand, or just for fun, it's important to know what it takes to make your content stand out in today's digital landscape. Step 1. Content. The first step to being a successful social media manager is the content. And let me tell you, if you want to make it in the Instagram game, you better have some killer content. It's like trying to make a great meal without any ingredients. It's just not gonna happen. But don't worry, I'm here to give you the recipe for success. First things first, you need to know your audience. Who are they? What are they interested in? What kind of content do they like to see? Once you know that, you can start planning your content. And let me tell you, it's not just about posting a pretty picture. It's about creating a story, a narrative that your audience can connect with. When it comes to creating content, it's important to mix it up. Don't just post pictures, try videos, stories, IGTV, live. The more variety you have, the more engaging your content will be. And let's not forget about captions. They are just as important as the content itself. It's the cherry on top of the sundae. It's what brings everything together. Let's talk about captions for a moment. A caption is like the secret sauce of your post. It can make or break the engagement. A good caption should be short and sweet, and most importantly, it should spark a conversation. Ask a question, tell a story, make a pun. The options are endless. Just make sure it's relevant to your content and your audience. Also, make sure that your caption is well written. No typo or grammar error. It gives a bad impression and makes it look unprofessional. Unless that's what you want, then don't let me stop ya. One last thing, consider using hashtags in your caption. They're a great way to reach a wider audience and increase engagement. But don't go overboard. Use only relevant hashtags and don't stuff them only in the caption. It looks spammy. Now, you might be thinking, but Alan, I'm not a professional photographer, videographer, graphic designer, copywriter, whatever you have it. And that's okay, you don't have to be. There are plenty of free editing apps and tools out there to help you create professional looking content. And if you're really struggling, there's no shame in investing in a professional to help you out. Will cost you a dime, but at least your content will shine. Nah, that didn't rhyme. What? Lastly, it's important to keep experimenting and trying new things. You never know what's going to resonate with your audience until you try it. And don't be afraid to fail. It's all part of the learning process. Just like a chef trying out a new recipe. Sometimes it turns out great and sometimes it's a disaster. But either way, you'll learn something. Remember, know your audience, mix it up, use captions, experiment, and don't be afraid to fail. Or be afraid, but just do it, you know.
Do it! Just do it!
Step 2. The engagement. Step 2 is all about engagement. And no, I don't mean proposing to your followers. I mean responding to comments, direct messages, and even those pesky DM advertisements. It's like the party after the concert. It's where the real fun starts. First things first, you need to be present. Respond to comments and direct messages in a timely manner. It's like being the life of the party. If you're not there, the party's over. Well, at least for you. And don't just give one-word answers. Have a conversation. Get to know your audience. Oh, did I mention it won't be easy? Keep listening. Next, don't be afraid to ask for engagement. Just like a shy person at the party, sometimes you need to give them a little push to get them out of their shell. Ask your followers questions, run a poll, or even host a contest. It's a great way to increase engagement and get to know your audience better. Also, don't forget about the power of the DMs. Call it the VIP section of the party if you want. It's where you can really connect with your audience on a personal level. Use it to offer exclusive deals or to give sneak peeks of upcoming content. It's important to measure your engagement. Use Instagram's built-in analytics or third-party tools to see how your engagement is doing. Don't think the DJ isn't listening to the crowd. You gotta know what's working or not to keep the party going. Step 3. The strategy. Step 3 is where the real work begins. Yep, you have to plan and write and maybe bash your head on the keyboard a couple of times. This is where you come up with a strategy to make your account stand out and reach your goals. It's not just about posting random content and hoping for the best. It's about having a clear plan and executing it effectively. You need to know your goals. Are you trying to increase brand awareness, drive sales, build a community? Without a clear understanding of what you want to achieve, it's like trying to hit a target without knowing where it is. You don't just miss, you might hit someone. Not saying that it happened before, let's just keep going. Once you know your goals, it's time to start planning. And that means creating a content calendar, a posting schedule, and a plan for how to reach your goals. Can't build a house without a blueprint, hey? Got to have a foundation or the whole thing just falls apart, or won't get built at all. When it comes to planning, it's important to use all the tools at your disposal. That means hashtags, Instagram stories, IGTV, live, and even ads. It's like having a toolbox. You have a variety of tools, and it's up to you to use them in the right way to get the job done. Also, remember to keep an eye on your competitions. It's pretty much a game of chess, you see. You need to know who you're up against and what they're doing to stay ahead of the game. And remember, don't get too caught up in the numbers. It's about the overall progress and engagement you're making with your audience. You wouldn't judge a book by its cover, just like you shouldn't judge an account by its followers. Another thing to keep in mind is to not neglect the power of collaborations and partnerships. You could compare it to having a wingman. They can help you reach new audiences and expose you to different perspectives. So don't be afraid to reach out to other accounts and businesses in your niche to collaborate. And lastly, always be open to trying new things and experimenting with your strategy. You wouldn't play the same game over and over again, just like you shouldn't stick to the same strategy without testing new things. Keep an open mind, be curious, and don't be afraid to fail. It's all part of the learning process. Step 4. The analytics. Final step, the analytics. It's where you get to play the role of a detective. This is where you dig into the data and figure out what's working and what's not. Just like solving a mystery, you need to gather all the clues and piece them together to understand the bigger picture. Firstly, you need to know what to track. Some key metrics to track include engagement rate, reach, and click-throughs. Once you know what to track, it's time to start analyzing. And that means looking at the data, identifying patterns, and making informed decisions. Does that sound boring to you?
Boring.
Well, trust me, when the numbers rise, this will be the favorite part of your day. When it comes to analyzing, it's important to use the analytic tools provided by Instagram or third-party tools. Also, remember to keep an eye on industry benchmarks. So there you have it, the final step in becoming a social media manager. Remember, make content, engage with your audience, create a strategy, analyze your data, and have fun with it. Now go forth and dominate the Instagram finance community. And that's a wrap, folks. You've made it to the end of this guide to becoming a social media manager on Instagram. If you've enjoyed this journey and want to see more of our content, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't be like a ghost follower, show us some love. So go forth and make some memes, tell some jokes, and most importantly, don't take yourself too seriously. This is Alan signing off. I'll see you in the next one.